two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engines. Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
And with that, welcome back to Dead Space, guys. This is the start of a new session. We're in Chapter 3, Course Correction. And just a little housekeeping right off the top here. This is the part of the game where the chapters are starting to get long. So I'm going to try my best to get through as much of it as possible. But I can't guarantee that we'll go through whole chapters in one session or one part as previously. So with that, I'm going to be continuing to play through an hour long at a time, but I will be dividing the chapters up into hour-long parts as per usual. But just as a heads up, these chapters are going to get long. They're going to exceed an hour, and chapters will be split up among multiple parts. So here we go. Ooh, what's this?
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Alright, so here we get our introduction to Jacob Temple, an engineer that's basically running around on the ship about around the same time as Isaac. He's a little bit ahead of us currently in the story, and as we play through the game, we're going to be hearing from him a lot, especially through this chapter here where he's introduced. So before we go, take care of this real quick. Alright, I'm going to take care of that real quick. You'll see why I did that a little later. Alright, so where do we go? Alright, so we're going to go in here. So this room here is basically our hub for this chapter. It leads to 3 separate areas through these doors. And basically the bulk of our time is going to be spent going into the areas that these doors lead to. And it's all mostly a big circle. Some of these do lead to dead ends, and you go from into one door or down one elevator to the end of a path and then back. But in the case of this door here, it's going to lead us in a big circle. So this whole chapter is going to revolve around this area. Let's see, and I picked up some line racks, so we're going to sell those. And I'm going to save those credits. I'm going to hang on to those. How are we doing on space, though? We got 1 slot. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see what's in here. Okay, plasma cutter ammo. More plasma cutter ammo. Okay, we'll pick these up then. Okay. Well, time like the present. Alright, so hang on. Let me see. First thing we're doing. Okay, we're refilling the engines. That's right. That's the first thing you do in this chapter if you happen to follow the path the way it leads you. Well, actually, I think you're supposed to do this part first. There are areas later on in the game that sort of allow you to play the area in any given order you want, but here in this one I think it's pretty linear in the order in which the game wants you to take care of things. Always remember, gotta watch out for people taking their naps. Flame fuel, we're gonna leave that there. It's not really worth picking it up and selling it. And we're not going to use the flamethrower, so There's no real point in taking it.
What in hell is going on here? Danvers, Henderson, he's crazy. Pulling his own teeth out. Henderson, for God's sake. Oh, God. Is he dead? Relax. He's alive. But he hit that door pretty hard. Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
And as you see, we are starting to get more more insight as to what happened to the poor people that were on this ship. And as you can tell, they started to go a little bit crazy. I guess another little bit of housekeeping. This is a separate session. I think I might have mentioned this a little bit before. If I didn't, this is a new session. My throat's feeling a lot better, so if you'll allow me, deck log, hello, F, RB, chaos. Don't know what's going on around here. Someone said the ship's been attacked. Who the hell would attack us out here? First the captain dies, now we get attacked? Carmack says someone on bridge staff killed him. Can't believe that. Goddamn chaos now. Can't get through to the bridge. Can't get through to anyone. Everyone's running, getting the hell out of here. Should probably join them. So now that my throat's feeling a little bit better, I think I'll start reading some of the logs now. Ooh. Pick that up. Alright. Whoop. Spooky. So this area is going to be... okay, well, first off, this area is huge. And I love the detail that they put into this area. With the lights streaming through the fog. And later on, once we start activating stuff, we'll see some parts of the machinery start to operate. Really cool. Pulse rounds, I'm just going to leave that there again. Not really worth carrying. Pick up the money. Ooh, alright. So contact energy is something you want to look out for. This is a very rare ammo drop. And if you have the space for it, you want to pick it up. Because out of all the ammo types that you'll collect in the game, this is the ammo type that has the most value, per unit. So if you happen to find one of these, it's worth your time to pick it up, especially if you get the gun that goes with it. So let's pop open our inventory here. We'll drop that, why not? We'll take that with. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Let's see. Going here. Small med pack. Don't really need that. Nothing here. Alright. Alright. I think we're going to get some more encounters here, so we're going to keep an eye out for them. Let's open up this. Ooh, some money. I'll take some of that. Ooh. Alright, so this here is one of our main objectives. If we'd actually be using the waypoint, you'd see it would lead us straight to here. And as we saw previously, anything with a mark like this, you can use your kinesis to move. So let's move this down. And there we go. Man, that's so cool. Ah, it's so awesome. Oh, this game looks amazing. Cannot stress that enough. This game is awesome. Okay, so now, alright, we're going to head across the way here on this tram. Sorry, pal. It's just gonna be me. Alright, so, let me see here. Okay, so with this area here, as we come across here, we're gonna head towards an area similar to the one we're leaving behind. There's a necromorph standing on top of the platform over here, and if you're a good enough shot, you can shoot and kill him, and he'll drop an item. If you're playing on harder difficulties, I don't really recommend it, but here on normal or on like easy, you can go for it. If you can see him. He's like up here somewhere? Yeah, there he is. Oops. The that never heard that loud thudding sound. It's kind of weird. Oh. Huh. Let's see. Stasis pack. What is that pounding noise? Flame fuel. Let's see. Anything in here? Ooh! Power node. Definitely worth it. Some money. Alright, so yeah, so we're just gonna explore. Explore around here a little bit. Make sure we pick up everything. Don't want to leave anything behind. We're gonna leave that behind though. At least we're gonna take all the stuff that we find use for, at least. Let's see.
Shut it, Danvers. Shut it. Engineering log. Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck. Anderson said they were coming. We never should have let them live. Shut up, Danvers. Help me with the tools. Temple out.
Alright. I think that's also the first time we had a mention of unitology as well in this game. I don't know what happened there. I just completely froze. I could have shot that guy. But I think this is the first mentioning of unitology that we get in this game. We'll go into it a little bit more as the game progresses, but basically it's future Scientology. It's basically what it is. If you look back here, you'll find some money tucked away. 3,000 credits. Not bad. Make sure to pick that up. I can hear another monster. Where is it? It's like I know there's one that pops out here somewhere. Let's see. Not gonna deal with that quite yet. Liner axe, and we're just gonna leave that there. Also, I forgot to check. So this is where the necromorph would be, is like right about here. If you shoot him and kill him, the item they drop would be right about here. I apparently didn't do the job, and they're gone. So, oh well. Can't win them all. Though it does make me wonder if because I shot at it, it glitched it out. I don't know, because it's weird. You're not supposed to hear like the gurgling sound that they usually make. It's kind of weird. Schematic. going to clear up some inventory space because this schematic is one we're going to pick up. This is for the Ripper. One of 3 items that we're going to be picking up for this playthrough, and one of my personal favorite weapons in the entire franchise. So we're going to be taking that with us.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell? False alarm. Thought I saw something.
Alright, so now that we're done here, we're going to run over to the engines, we're going to fire them, and we're going to get the ship back into orbit. So that way we don't try and recreate the ending of Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, is there something here? No, it was a stasis pack, that's right. Oh. Okay, that caught me off guard just a little bit. I forgot that you fight lurkers here. Alright. Oh, pulse rounds. Ah. Lame. Alright, let's just get out of here. Yeah, I must have glitched the game out or something, because those sounds aren't supposed to be there. It's kind of weird. Oh well. Alright. Wonder where that guy's going. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So now we're going to go and complete the circuit. We're going to go back to the hub that we were at the start of the chapter. Okay. Some money. Good. Alright, small med pack. We're just going to leave that there. And now, earlier... Oh. Now you see why I took care of that body a little earlier? If I had left that guy there, that infector would have turned him into a black necromorph, and we would have had to deal with that. But, fortunately, planned ahead. Now he's just wandering around there doing whatever. So we'll take care of them once we get back in there. Pick up the money here. Alright, let's go. So I whiff all my shots. Stasis pack. Also, okay, yeah, and now that we dropped off, we got our schematic downloaded. We've got the Ripper, and we're gonna purchase this bad boy. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. We're gonna sell this plasma energy, this contact energy, and that gives us enough for a node. So we're gonna go and do that. And we have 6 of them. We are doing good.
Red weapon icon. Your weapon has no ammo in its clip.
Alright, good to know. Okay, so now that we have 2 weapons, we can now use the directional pad to quick select our weapons. And also, when you start to get multiple weapons, opening the lockers will now increase the chance of getting ammo for the guns that you have. So now that we have the Ripper, we should start seeing Ripper ammo drops in the lockers and such. Alright, we're going to sell one of these. Pad the wallet a bit. Alright, so what we could do is we could go back that way and go to the workbench and upgrade our weapons. But if we use our handy dandy map, let's see and zoom in. When we go down this elevator, it should, I think, hopefully, see along the path. I think there's a bench on the way there. I think. Unless I'm thinking of a different. Hang on. It's to the centrifuge, right? Right? There should be a bench on the way there. Ah, here we go. Ripper blades. Definitely going to be picking these up. Alright. Now normally we would go back to that bench because we know that area is safe, but I'm pretty sure there's another bench on the way to the centrifuge. So I'm going to be, if my memory is right, we're going to be using that bench to upgrade our stuff. That way we don't have to backtrack. I mean, if you're playing this game yourself, there's like nothing stopping you from backtracking. If you ooh.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
There's nothing really stopping you from backtracking, if you so chose to. I mean, I'm trying to cut back on backtracking as much as possible since this is a playthrough. I mean, normally I would backtrack all the time in my personal playthroughs, but I kind of want to keep things moving along as quickly as possible. So, here's our bench. I'm going to grab some other stuff, though, first. See if there's actually anything here to grab. Money is good. Ooh, more Ripper blades. Alright, let's get things all fixed up. Alright. Seen the Ripper. So let's see. So the Ripper has its own special node tree, and it's got its own special little unit here for duration. The way that this gun works, actually, I'll demonstrate how it works, but we have duration here, and I'll explain that in a bit. But for now, let's put one here for our health. One towards our stasis. How's our plasma cutter looking? Let's see, we have 4 left. Let's put one here. And let's just get our damage for the Ripper. Let's get that taken care of right away. That leaves us with 2. I want at least 1 left. So... You know what? Why not? We'll put it right there. I can't remember if there's a node-locked door in this chapter. I'm pretty sure there is, so I'm just going to hang on to that for now. Excuse me. Need to take a sip. Delicious. So normally, if you're playing through this game, there's nothing really stopping you from spending all of your nodes at the workbench. And this game is pretty good at giving you nodes in the chapter that there are node-locked doors. But it's always just a good rule of thumb to make sure you have at least 1 or 2 nodes spare on you, just in case. Because if you're playing through blind, you don't really know where you'll find a node-locked door. Let's see. Decontamination room. Alright, let's...
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
I'm sure it's fine. This is fine. Where are you? I don't see you. There you are. All right. One more. There it is.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, decontamination's room not so decontaminated anymore. Anyways, so there we got our demonstration of what the Ripper can do. Its main fire is to shoot out a saw blade that hovers in the air, and you just rub that thing all over the enemies and then tear them to shreds. And the alt fire, as we saw, is just launching the saw blade like the dinner plate launcher from Dead Rising 2. This thing is very handy in that regard. The saw blades can cut through multiple enemies at once. So if you're ever faced with a crowd, you can just shoot a saw blade and it will just go straight through all of them. It makes a very good crowd control weapon in that regard. At least if you can line all the enemies up. Well, contact energy, good. Let's see. Okay, so alright, so it tells us to go that way, but all good adventurers go left, so we're gonna go this way. Some money and a node. Look at that. Gross. I could definitely use some emergency supplies though. Darn. All right. Well, on we go. I'm trying to remember. Is this? I think this is it. Right? Is this the? I don't know if this is the area that I'm thinking of or not, or if it's a later chapter. It must be an area from later, where you have to go through a room, I'd say a big room in terms of verticality, where you have to maneuver around some catwalks to get from the top floor to the bottom floor. And definitely some things I want to show off there, but I don't think it's in this chapter. It might, and I'm just misremembering. But ooh, we want to grab that. I think I'm full, so let's drop that. Pick that up. Let's see, and I think this is the centrifuge now. Yes, it is. Medium air can. I don't think I'm gonna... Nah, I'm not really gonna bother with that.
Entering zero gravity.
Alright. Gross. Alright. Pick up some money there. Alright, so the thing that we're going to do is we're going to get the centrifuge started. Got to get these parts here locked into place. But the first thing you have to do is you have to slow them down first, because as you can tell, those parts are spinning pretty fast for something that big, and you probably can't slam that into there and get it to work. You know, so it helps if you slow it down. But oh, as you hear, I think we got leapers in here. Let's switch back to our plasma cutter. Let's see. Oh, ooh. Nice. So I don't think I actually gave a proper introduction to those yet. These are basically this game's version of a red exploding barrel. If you shoot them, stomp them, launch them with your kinesis, they basically explode. And as demonstrated, they just annihilate enemies. Very useful to have if you're running low on ammo, or if you want to kill multiple enemies at once. Their range is pretty nice. So, always keep an eye out for these. They definitely will come in handy. So, I know I saw a box. Ah, there it is. Perfect, got some money. Alright, then we leap down here. Ooh. Okay. Slow that down. Oh, there's one. Okay, got you. I didn't drop anything? Ah. Hate it when monsters get stingy. Okay. And I think there's only one box in here, if I remember right. I thought there'd be more than one, but I guess my memory has deceived me.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
Oh, there's one. It's always good to keep an eye out for enemies after you do something. If you do something major in an area, the game will usually spawn... I don't need that. The game will usually spawn monsters after you do something within an area. Usually something mission related. So whenever you do something major, it's always a good idea to just take a look around and listen for any monsters that might be approaching. It's a general rule of thumb with this game and its sequels. It's usually a thing that it does. So now that we got the generator modules attached, we need to go and start it, which I think it's right there. Alright, now normally I'd refill my stasis there, but we'll just use one of those. We have two of them. So... Alright. Let's boot it up.
Centrifuge activated. Reestablishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Alright, so now we start the next part of this little section here. Ooh. So with the centrifuge online, that thing's spinning around.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Alright, so as you might expect, getting caught by that thing, very deadly. Don't let it hit you. So hide in these little alcoves when you have the chance, and then run like... run like there's no tomorrow. And as you can see, there's enemies that like to hide out in the alcoves too, because they're smart like that. So be aware that you're gonna have to fight dudes as you run and survive. Oh. Man, he was making a beeline for me. Okay. Alright. I think we're out of here. Yes, we are. Okay. Whew. Alright, let's get out of here.
Exiting vacuum.
Alright, we're in the clear, buddy. Huh. You know, I don't remember this being here. Oh, darn it. We'll just drop that. We can take the rest of that. Alright. I'd say we're looking pretty good. I'm feeling confident. Alright, let's get out of here. That get you? That's one of my favorite jump scares in any video game ever. The drag tentacle is probably one of my favorite moments in horror games. And I mean, there's a lot of horror games that have a lot of great moments, but the drag tentacle sequence is one of my favorites. It comes almost completely out of nowhere. As you can see, it originated from that hole right there. But I mean, if you're not really paying attention to the environment, that thing will totally catch you off guard, and it will scare you. I have a fun story. When I was of one of my many replays of this game, I was playing with someone watching me, and they didn't know the game as well as I did, and so as I was playing, I got to this section, and as I was playing, I was talking to them and telling them about the game, but I didn't tell them that part was coming up. And when I went to that section, I got to that door, opened it right up, I just walked out of there not saying a word. When that tentacle came out, they nearly jumped out of their skin. It was hilarious. What's this guy doing? Ran by the window, probably saw me and went, "Oh, hey, it's Isaac. Hey, buddy." Alright. That out of the way. Let's go.
Isaac, can you hear me? It's Kendra. They attacked me, I ran for it, and Hammond he just disappeared.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I could launch into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the marker. I'll keep looking. I've got your location, and I'm going to unlock the door to fuel storage. You can get to the engine chamber from there.
So Kendra's alive. How about that? She apparently just disappeared. Well, that's nice to know, though. Alright, so we're going to go through there. But while we're here, time to do some shopping. Sell the semiconductor, the contact energy. Gonna keep the ripper blades. We're gonna sell this plasma energy stack. And I think we're good. Got a few slots open. That's good. For anything we might need to pick up. Alright. Oh, goody. Again. Alright, air can right. Air can right there. There's a double health kit somewhere here. I think that's it right there. No. That's pulse rounds. We don't want that. Let's grab this box. Ooh, ripper blades. We can definitely use that. Actually, you know what? That air can I passed. What was that? Hang on. Where did I leave that? Did I send it hurling? Nope, there it is. We're actually going to get some use out of this because I'm going to be doing a little exploring. Let's say goodbye to that set of pulse rounds. Leap up here. We're going to get a leap down here. I think we're going to get... There we are. There he is. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. I missed. Oh, there we go. Okay. Give me that. Didn't drop anything. Okay. Get me out of here. Close the door, close the door, close the door. Ah, there we go. Whew, okay. Alright, hang on. It's pretty loud in here. Hang on, let me... We're gonna take that. Oh, no, this is the area. Okay. So, run up here real quick. There's a shadow cast by a necromorph. You look down. There he goes. That necromorph is hovering in the air at an angle to cast a shadow on this wall over here. Just a fun little bit of trivia there on how they get that effect going. Kind of sheds some some light on the other effects they do in this game, because I think there was a the first chapter in the game where we walked into towards an elevator and we saw a shadow of a necromorph go past us, and I'm pretty sure they did the same thing for, with that too, where they basically just have a necromorph walk in front of a light source. Alright, so thing about this area, aside from air walking necromorphs, is there are a ton of these little rooms off to the side of every floor. It would behoove you to go and scope all of them out and pick up all of the items that are inside. Alright. Corruption. Engineering log. Is that Danvers? Yeah, it's Danvers. Regarding organic growth and engineering, update. The unidentified growth seen in other parts of the ship has now reached engineering. I don't know what the hell this stuff is. Looks like someone threw up their guts all over the walls. Gross. But it's spreading faster than we can cut it up, which is pretty disgusting pretty disgusting in itself. It's already in the engine spoke, and if we can't find a way to stop it soon, it'll hit the main chamber by the day after tomorrow. I hope the docs are looking into it, because it's way beyond me. Yeah, it's... I don't know, something about that's kind of gross. It's just... From what they say, it's basically just a soupy sludge of, like muscle goop. And from the way Isaac walks around in it, it's like either really slippery or it's like sticky. And either one of those I don't like. Just, ugh, I don't know. Kind of gross. Very, very gross. A very apt word for all that. Force energy, we're not going to get the force gun. It's not really worth too much, so I'm just going to pass that by, leave it there. I guess I should... excuse me. I should also mention the fact that there are set drops in this game, where if you open up certain lockers, they will have specific items in them. And this is one of them. The force energy will always be here no matter what you do or what weapons you have in the game. I think that flame fuel in that locker room area we saw before, that is also a set drop.
This is Temple. it by myself, and with all the other shit going on, it's obvious this is sabotage. I'm heading for the bridge, and then I need to find Elizabeth. I gotta get her off this ship. It's not safe.
Jacob's got somebody he's looking out for. Interesting. Wonder if we'll see more of them. Let's see. Anything here? Aside from that, no. Lame. Something across the way, though. We're definitely going to check that out. Also, should mention, walking in this stuff, you cannot run. So you need to keep that in mind if you happen to encounter it. Oh. Well, that thing's dead. Poor guy. Well, actually, let me take that. We're going to use it right here. There we go. Top my health off without using any of the big healing kits that I have. Hold on. Where's... Oh, it's right there. Well, you gotta stay clear of malfunctioning equipment. Poor guy. Alright, so like any other malfunctioning door like that, we're just gonna stasis it and walk through it. But before we do that, I'm gonna point out this guy. This is something that the later games don't particularly touch on, but this is one of the few instances in the series where we actually get like a person like mid transformation into a necromorph of some sort. And later on we're actually going to see what this type of transformation becomes. I don't know, it's very interesting because this is also a thing unique to this game. This event is something that doesn't occur in other games. And if you try to interact with them, yeah, they have like some set animations. They'll cover their face with their arms. You can also punch them and knock their head off, essentially killing them, but they can also deal damage to you. Because you can see what I assume are intestines. They'll open themselves up and they'll lash out at you with those. But it's usually triggered by attacking them. But anyways, ooh, money, some ammo. What is that for? Ripper blades. Ooh. Yeah, we definitely want that. We're going to have the Ripper with us. Then we want to be able to purchase the ammo type for it. Health kit. I want to pick up the plasma cutter ammo. I don't know if I went into this earlier. But node lock doors tend to have, in this game anyway, they tend to more have ammo and healing items in them. In the sequels, they usually drop special items behind those as well. But in this game, they prioritize ammo and healing items more than like money. Money and the like. Alright, I'm gonna pick this up. Bullseye. normally if normally when I throw that canister there at this enemy, this slasher up here will be up here on the platform, and it will completely avoid all splash damage from the explosive, which bums me out, because I kind of want to save my ammo for the upcoming fight here. Because spoiler alert, we're gonna get into a scuffle. All right, this is engine control. All right. Perfect. Uh-oh. Aces. Alright, so I think this is our first time encountering a pregnant. So, as the name would suggest, this enemy is pregnant. It's got smaller enemies stuffed inside of it. And if you're not careful with your shots, this thing will pop open and release its payload, and then you'll have more monsters to deal with. So you need to be very careful with it. It's one of the few enemies where I would have recommend that you use stasis on, and then shoot the legs and the arms off. Also, I would go against my rule and say you want to go for the arms first. Because this enemy, I don't know if it'll do it in this game or not. I'm just going to use this. I'll pick that up. I don't know if it's in this game or not, but it will. I forget if it's in the sequel or this game, but it will have. The enemy, a pregnant, if it takes damage, there is a slight chance that it will cut itself open and drop all of its enemies and still be alive. So not only would you have to deal with the enemies that pop out of it, but you would also have to deal with the pregnant itself. And when it releases its payload, it basically turns into a regular slasher. But you want to avoid dealing with that if you can, because the game likes to throw pregnants in with a bunch of other enemies. So you go hog wild trying to shoot all the other enemies, and then your aim will be off and you hit a pregnant, and then it'll just make your life worse. And this is also a great area to farm for items, because they expect you to get into a big scuffle here, and they give you a lot of lockers, a lot of boxes, and they give you exploding canisters to deal with all that stuff. And there will be enough for lack of a better term, there will be a lot of entities that the game has to keep track of, and it will unload some of the items in this area. So it's usually a good idea to come through here with an empty inventory and clear out some of the items first before you get into the fight. Sort of another reason why I kind of recommend backtracking sometimes, so that, or at least in this case, so that way you can take care of all these items. Because on harder difficulties, all these resources count. So, anyways, what I'm setting up here for is we're going to get into an arena battle. Once we hit this button, a whole bunch of enemies are going to start raining down on us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide up here in this area, and I'm going to make a choke point. All the enemies are going to run up this catwalk here to try and get me, and I'm going to create basically a choke point. These canisters here are for any enemy that happens to wander by too close. You know, ones that I don't manage to shoot with my own weapon and disarm them. So, let's go.
Ignition sequence initiated. Please stand by.
Alright, I think we're good. Nice. That went better than I expected. Pulse rounds. Pulse rounds. Well, at least it did me the service of not dropping anything I really need. Because my inventory is pretty limited at this point. It's already chock full of stuff that I want to take with me. Take that with, make sure this is reloaded. Okay. Oh, I've got one slot left. Let's pick up this medkit. Why not? Alright,
Engines firing.
perfect. And there you have it. Mission's complete. We're gonna go and head back. But first, I did leave some boxes and wall lockers untapped, so we're gonna quick see if I can take anything last minute before we leave. Pockets full of that. That's fine. I can just get around this edge here. Let's see. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave a stack of ammo. We could backtrack, but I'm getting kind of close to time, and I want to maintain my forward momentum. So we're just gonna get out of here.
It's working. We're online and functional. Finally, some good news. Get a tram to the bridge, Isaac. I'm gonna take us back into a geostation.
Wait, we're not safe yet. Ship's asteroid defense system is offline. On the way up, the ship's going to pass through a debris field thrown up from the planet crack. We'll be ripped to pieces unless you restart it.
God damn it. I'll start working on it from here. Isaac, meet me at the bridge. You can do more good here than I can.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Isaac, where are you? It's me, Nicole.
Oh, snap. I have a girlfriend, y'all. She's still alive somewhere. That's cool. Alright. Well, with that, with our renewed sense of vigor, let's go take care of business. That's dirty enemy placement right there. So many people I've watched play, and it happened to me too, will come in here. That enemy will be stalking around that corner. They'll go to the store. You do your business. The enemy will grab you out of the store and start damaging you. Very, very sneaky of the game to do that. But before we leave, let's take care of that, shall we? We got some schematics we're going to drop off, free up some inventory space. Perfect. Sell the semiconductor. And I think that's it. Oh, wait. What am I thinking? I want to buy some power nodes. Back up to 6. Oh, yeah. Alright. Now, you could take this time to go back to the bench in either place of this area and go and upgrade your weapons, but since this is the end of the chapter, we're gonna just go ahead and end the chapter, and we'll deal with the power nodes in the next chapter. But with this being the end, I can't believe I managed to actually squeeze this chapter to about an hour. That's crazy. Thank you all for joining me again for this playthrough. If you want to see more of this, be sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Ring the bell, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. So with that, let's continue on. Or I'll see you guys next time.